ecological issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
Let's start the fucking show, eh? You're going to jail.
I will never leave you two.
I don't give a fuck about the fucking law. I'll beat your ass.
Don't come to my trailer again. You will be banned.
I'll beat your ass.
You officially entered the wet panty zone.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, I know there's no sound. For some reason OBS wasn't right. The goddamn Microsoft potting down my mic. It was, wasn't even recognizing my mic. I had to shut my microphone off and reboot it. So, I don't know. I don't know what the hell, folks. But yes, we got sound back. You should be receiving my transmission. Everything should be fine now. It's not muted. It's not muted! God damn it. Anyways, so, folks, tonight, it is all killer, no filler. It is the Vonhelton update hour. As many of you have already noticed and seen, Vonhelton has spilled a little more tea. Apparently the Gravy Dome is no more. If you don't know what the Gravy Dome is, it refers to, I believe, Vonhelton's Hot Wheels setup that he had. He made himself a little racetrack out in the barn. And he had his RC planes, the foam stuff. It's all in the tipsy dumpster. Sorry, folks. It's all in the dumpster now. The backers have just went ahead and thrown all Vonhelton shit out. So this is not a good sign for Vonhelton when the people are basically looking at your stuff as abandonment and throwing it away, folks. He's surely got honey-dicked. Hashtagged honey-dicked Helton, folks. I think the honey dick thing is catching on. It's spreading out a little bit farther than we thought. Someone shared this clip with me earlier. For the sake of copyright, I don't want to show the video, but it's a little excerpt from, let's just say, a certain famous person's podcast that seems to have adopted. I can play just a little bit of audio. Maybe you'll recognize the voice. I can't say who it is, folks. Again, copyright issues. But I hope you can hear this little snippet from a podcast earlier today. Listen carefully. Listen carefully, folks.
I got called gay by my cat.
Did I tell you when my dog got honey dicked by a coyote and tricked into breaking into the chicken coop?
Wait, honey dicked what, huh?
Yeah, this coyote became his friend. He was this big mastiff.
Folks, as they're watching, they're catching on. It's obvious. I hope you heard that. If you didn't catch it, let me just play it one more time. It's just a little excerpt. Folks, listen carefully.
Did I tell you?
Do that revenge thing. I got called gay by my cat.
Did I tell you when my dog got honey dicked by a coyote and tricked into breaking into the chicken coop?
Wait, honey dicked what, huh?
Yeah, this coyote became his friend. He was this big mastiff.
His dog got honey dicked, folks. His dog got honey dicked. Folks, AI is a beautiful thing. Anyways, so we're just going to do Helton tonight. We're going to get caught up. He did a morning coffee, but there's been no live. There's been nothing since, so we don't know, folks. We don't know. We are going to start tonight off with a little musical segment courtesy of the Walnut Grove. This was dropped in my lap by Lusty. I haven't watched it, so if it sucks, you know the drill. Blame Lusty. But folks, get your snacks, get your drinks. I'm actually just sipping on something to the side here tonight, and we're just gonna Helton it. Should take up most of our time, and enjoy the ride. Thumbs it up, all that good stuff. I know I'm forgetting to mention something, but I'm sure it'll come to me, folks, as we move along. So hopefully all the audio is working good now. Now I will say, just a warning, I know that we have our issues with connection issues between YouTube and OBS. I'm still working on that, but my internet has been running like shit today, like the actual internet, so it could be an actual internet issue. So I want to get this in as much in as I can before I have issues. Seems to be working good tonight, but today both my phone and my data, which is weird, but I've been having just connection issues all day with all kinds of stuff. But it seems to be resolved now. We'll see how it goes. Folks, may the gods be with us. And let's just get started. Let's just do it. Of course, I don't hear anything there because it's muted. That is muted. Alright. Let's put that back.
Hey, I'm over here holding up the stupid can of soda like, check this out. This here is Mountain Lightning. Shut the fuck up, Siri. No one asked for your shit. I'm trying to fucking do a soda review. Stop! I hate when Siri does that. This here is genetic. This here is genetic Mountain Dew. Oh yeah. Hey, this here is genetic. This here is genetic. This here is genetic soda. This here is Mountain Lightning. Hey, Siri, I didn't ask for your shit. Knock it the fuck off. This here is Mountain Lightning. Seriously? What the hell? This here is Mountain Lightning. Shut the fuck up, Siri. God damn you. See, as soon as I fucking said it, I did it again. This here is genetic. This here is genetic Mountain Dew. Oh yeah. Hey, genetic. Hey, genetic. Hey, genetic Mountain Dew. Oh yeah. And it's delicious. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. Oh, I didn't do it. Well, shit. I know I shouldn't lose my temper on my phone like that, but that shit's fucking irritating. If I'm like, this here is Mountain Lightning.
We'll be right back after these messages.
All right. What do we got here? Unblock. Okay. Unblock. Oh man. Fuck me, man. I needed some suckage, baby. I really need some suckage. I'm going ballistic around here. Hey, Vaughn. Okay, mission successful. Vaughn, witness me sell an old fucking broken iPhone 14 for $115. Unfortunately, I feel like I was robbed, but what can you do?
Ain't nothing you can do. It's a damn machine.
Nothing you can do.
It's a machine. But I think that's
It's
a
not
little
like
light.
it's a human. It's not like I can finagle a price out of a person.
Right.
You know?
Well, the thing of it is that, for a $2,000 phone that works and works good, you should have gotten at least $300, I would think.
I would think, yeah.
So somebody's making a shit ton of money off of that machine somewhere, somehow.
And probably one of the little tiny hat people. It's probably one of Sammy's people, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, most likely it is, actually. Yeah, most likely it is.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. What's that about? Whoop, I heard that, Vaughn. What was that?
That's just saying that I got a notification. It ain't the cash app.
Who's notificating you?
Vonhelton, you can stop feeling tired. This anti-fatigue tip We'll help you. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. All right. Very good. Elon Musk slams Trump's big, beautiful bill.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. As disgusting abomination. Damn. Washington. Elon Musk ramped up his criticism of President Trump's big, beautiful bill on Tuesday, calling it a disgusting abomination as Congress rushes to send the legislation to the president by July 4th. Well, I imagine they would, because there's nothing but kickbacks for them in there. Kickbacks for a congressman, kickbacks for a senator. No kickback for you, American.
Everybody gets good. Everyone gets a good except for the American people.
Except for us. For us. It's like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore, Musk wrote in a post on X, adding that the sweeping policy bill aimed at advancing Mr. Trump's domestic priorities is outrageous and pork-filled. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong, he said. Hours later, he warned in November next year, we fire all politicians who betrayed the American people.
Well, fuck, he said something right there. I agree. I think we should wind up the
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt responded to the criticism during the daily press briefing, telling reporters that Mr. Trump already knows where Elon Musk stood on this bill. It doesn't change the president's opinion. Musk told CBS this morning in a recent interview that he was disappointed by the price tag of the measure, which passed the House before Memorial Day after Mr. Trump stepped up pressure on the Republican holdouts to fall in line. Musk said the package increases the deficit and undermines the work of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE for short. I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, Musk told CBS News, but I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion. Some Republican senators were quick to chime in Tuesday and back Musk's sentiment. The package is now in the hands of the Senate and is expected to undergo changes before heading back to the House. Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky, who opposes the House-passed legislation over the debt ceiling increase, urged the president to take some advice from Elon. Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, who also wants a number of changes to the bill, told reports he shares Musk's concerns. The Senate must make this bill better, added Senator Mike Lee of Utah. The Senate Majority Leader, John Thune of South Dakota, said he has a difference of opinion with Musk, and the billionaire is entitled to his opinion. My hope is that he has an opportunity to further assess what the bill actually does, then he'll come to a different conclusion, Thune said. Hey, we've seen the waste, fraud, and abuse.
I learned what it does. It does shit. It's
it don't do shit for me and you.
Dookie bomb.
Yeah, it doesn't do shit for me and you. And I
don't need to learn what's in the bill. Okay, it bends me over a barrel and fucks me. That's what it does.
When you've got uber conservative Steve Bannon coming on camera and saying this bill fucking sucks, that says it all right there. Because Bannon is an uber conservative. He is like me. He's uber conservative. And if he says it sucks, if he says it's full of pork, if he says that it's only kickbacks for the rich, you can take it to the bank because he's right. He's going to be right. Now, I have not read the bill, honestly. I have not. It's 1,111 pages long. Notice the 1111 there, folks. But anyway, but that's what it is. It's 1,111 pages.
It's basically four middle fingers to the American person.
Or it could be a reference to 9/11, couldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You never know. But anyway, 111 was 1,111 pages. Someone said it was 1,116 pages. No, my understanding is that it was literally 1,111 pages. But anyway, whatever. Point is that it's quite large. I have not read it, but apparently Bannon has read it, and Bannon said when he read it, he wanted to throw up. That it was literally tax breaks for the rich and nothing for the American people whatsoever. Absolutely nothing. We don't get the Doge cuts. We don't get the Doge check. We don't get any kind of relief whatsoever. The people in Colorado, they're not getting shit. The people in Arizona, they're not getting shit. The people in California that need water, they're not getting shit. So everybody gets fucked except the congressmen, the senators, the potentates, the mayors, the governors. They get some shit. But me and you, John Q. Public, we don't get a damn thing.
We don't get shit.
And Bannon was absolutely fucking living. And like I said, he's an uber conservative like me. And if he tells you it's bullshit and it's full of pork and all that, then he's telling the truth. Musk is the same way. Musk has been heavily red-pilled over the last few years. And, you know, he's woken up. He's awake. He's not woke. He's awake.
Yeah,
And,
I guess Elon is getting better. I mean, he's not.
Elon has gotten a lot better, and he's gotten to see a lot of things. You know, hopefully, I personally was able to help him on that. I hope so.
You think so? You think you got it through to him?
I hope so. I hope so. I don't know, but I hope so. They never tell you anything. They never tell you, you know, hey man, you know, thanks for opening up my eyes. They never tell you. But anyway, the thing of it is that Musk apparently has read the thing, and he was not happy. So, you know, but now see, Jim Justice has read it supposedly, and he says it's a fine bill. I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, if you're a congressman or a senator, a House a representatives person or a senator, you're going to get shit tons of money. So of course he's going to think it's good.
Yeah.
You know,
well, he's sucking off the government tit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if I got something that makes me rich, I'm going to be a happy camper too, right? You know, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be thrilled. I'm going to be excited. GOP Senator Jim Justice of West Virginia noted that it was Mr. Trump who was elected, not Musk. I stand with the president, and that's all there is to it, Justice said. Senate Republicans were gathered for their weekly lunch when Musk posted his criticism. Senator Kevin Kramer of North Dakota said the general reaction to the room on the message was eyeball roll. On the other side of the Capitol, the House Speaker Mike Johnson, a Louisiana Republican, appeared to take offense to Musk's remark. I just deeply regret that he's made this mistake, Johnson said, suggesting that Musk's criticism is related to cuts to tax credits aimed at incentivizing electric vehicle purchases. I know that the EV mandate is very important to him. That is going away because the government should not be subsidizing these things. And I know that that has an effect on his business. For him to come out and pan the whole bill is, to me, just very disappointing, very surprising in light of the conversation I had with him just yesterday, Johnson said. Last Wednesday, Musk announced his departure as special government employee, a designation that allowed him to work for the administration under different ethics rules than federal employees and limited his work to 130 days. Musk vowed to slash $1 trillion from the federal budget, but left the Trump administration falling far short of that goal. Nevertheless, Doge's cuts to the government workforce, dismantling of agencies, and canceling in billions of grants and contracts sent shockwaves through Washington that reverberated across the country and abroad. A senior administration official told CBS News last week that the billionaire entrepreneur left on good terms and is still friends with the president. This isn't a separation, but just a return to the private sector for Musk, the official said, adding that Musk will continue to advise the president. So, okay. So that's the end of that. You know, I personally,
I don't know.
I'm just, you know,
I don't know what that was all about, to be honest.
I'm of a mind that if Steve Bannon is against it and says it's full of pork and says it's tax cuts to the rich, I mean, I'm going to side with Bannon because Bannon's an uber conservative like me. And if he says it's that way, then it most likely is that way. You know, I want to believe the best in everybody, man. I'll just be honest. I want to believe the best in everybody, but you know, when you got person after person after person suddenly coming up and saying, "Hey, man, this shit isn't helping the average Joe at all," what are you going to do with that? I mean, you got to do something with it, right?
You got to do something, yeah.
Got to do something with it. So, I mean, you know, I don't know what to say about that other than we'll see, I guess. You know, if it passes the Senate without too many changes, well, then I don't know. I mean, if you're wanting to get some money, then I guess the big beautiful bill is where it's at, because you get tons of money. As far as working man and people out here struggling like myself, well, good luck. Good luck. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Oh well. I guess we'll find
Yeah, oh
out.
well, we're fucked 3 ways to Sunday, I guess.
Yeah, we'll find out eventually. We'll find out eventually. Now, Lynn May swears up and down she's going to come on Saturday and reveal herself. I hope that's the case. But we'll see. But now she said Saturday. But the thing of it is, I don't even know if I'll be here Saturday. I mean, my electric, my
Yeah,
internet,
it could be gone. You could be.
A lot of
things can happen from now to Sunday.
Am I still a baron? If not, did someone inherit your title? Well, the gods have not said that I'm no longer a baron. And I reckon, if the gods say I'm no longer a baron, then that'll be the official word. And then I will say, hey, the gods have told me I'm no longer a baron. But they haven't said that. Okay? Which means I'm either going to get this property back, or I will get more property or better property. Maybe something, maybe I'll get my own island out in the tropics, trolls. Wouldn't that be awesome? I get my own little island out in the tropics, and nobody can fuck with me then, and I'll get my internet from satellites, and so I'll be happy. I'll have my internet. But they have not said officially that I am no longer a baron. So I'm assuming that means that they will make a way for me to get this property back or get something better back. That's the way I'm looking at it. And I've already said this like 2 or 3 times. So, so that's the way I'm looking at it. That's the way I'm looking at it, dude.
I think that's actually a positive way of looking at it. I don't think there's anything wrong about looking at it that way.
No, well, there isn't. Because that's the logical way of looking at it anyway.
Yeah, it's logical and it's healthy. It's a healthy, positive way of looking at it.
When one door shuts, another door opens. That's how you got to look at it.
Exactly.
That's how you got to look at it. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it. And I'm going to continue that way.
It's positive. It's a positive way of looking at it.
Is your blood still noble? As far as I know, it is. As far as I know, it is. My father's father was 100% Bavarian German. And allegedly he came from a line of nobility. And his wife, a Romanian, came from nobility. And, that's how they all got involved in Knights Templar and the Freemasons and all that good shit. It's all wrapped up in all that. And, my father was Knights Templar and my mother was Eastern Star. And my mother apparently has a little bit of Dutch, she says. She said on video, I got a little bit of Dutch in me. And apparently that Dutch is from nobility. And, she's from the Frosts. The Frosts, at least back in the day, were noble people. So, I've got lines of nobility running through me, I guess. And, now obviously as an American, we don't put much stock in nobility or titles and stuff like that. However, it's still pretty cool to have and to say, hey, by the way, I'm a baron, I'm a real one, and it's kind of cool to have, But I mean, we don't use them here in the United States, but it's still kind of cool to have. It's a novelty thing. It's something to break the ice. And hey, did you know I'm a baron? And I mean, like, you're a what? So yeah, it's a novelty thing. It breaks the ice, and it's pretty cool. Pretty nice. So, but I have not gotten an official word from the gods that I'm no longer a baron. So, I'm going to assume that I'll either get this land back somehow, or I'll get another piece of land, or I'll get something even bigger and better than what I have now. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to put it in the hands of the gods and goddesses and let it happen. And whatever they decide is fine with me. That's how I look at it. They said they were going to restore me, so maybe they are. Maybe they are. We'll see.
Yeah, I can hear. I hear that.
No, they are not. They are not. That title was never, since the title was never properly given to them by either a deity or a nobleman, then no, they're not.
Body armor.
Because that kind of a title has to either be appointed to by either a nobleman or gods, and or some other high ranking, and there's nothing involved in it.
Walmart has for an on sale body armor for $1.
Walmart has what now?
I don't know if you ever had these drinks before.
What is the drink? What is it?
Body armor.
Body armor. I've heard of body armor.
It's $1 a bottle.
Well, what's the flavors?
Come down. Come down to your local Walmart and get yourself some body armor for $1.
Well, now what's the flavors though?
Sour apple, melon, peach, all types of different flavors. Any flavor.
Yeah, we got it ain't diet or anything, is it?
You can get regular diet. You can get anything you want.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, I may have to check that out.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah, I may have to check that out. Mm-hmm.
I have to get out of this place. If it's the last thing I ever do.
That's right. We gotta get out of this place. Girl, there's a better life for me and you.
Oh, there you go. Now I'm getting Vaughn into it. I'm bringing back the classics, man. Bringing back the classics.
Yeah. Pretty girl, you're so young and pretty. And I want you to know by now. I'm trying to think of the rest of the lyrics. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's going way back.
That's an old song now.
Yeah, that's
now you're really whipping it out, Vaughn.
Yeah, and I'm struggling to remember the lyrics too.
And you're struggling to remember the lyrics.
So it's going way back.
Oh, I can get some. These are on sale, Vaughn. Your favorites.
Ice cream
sandwiches.
Ice cream sandwiches, yeah. Ice cream sandwiches.
$3 a case.
$3 a case. That's not bad.
Too bad I can't figure. I don't have nowhere to put them.
Yeah, because you ain't got no place to put them. Damn.
No,
unless you buy you an igloo cooler and buy you a bag of ice and put them in there.
That'd be a waste of money. I'm not gonna do all that just for some fucking ice cream.
I don't know. Ice cream sounds pretty good right now. I'm sweating my balls. I'm sweating my balls off.
Ice cream does sound pretty good right now.
I may have to go and get the fucking blue bunny out, man, because I'm starting to sweat.
Breaking out the blue bunny.
I'm sweating balls over here, man. I may have to get the blue bunny out. Why do you repeatedly scratch your leg? I have lymphedema in my right leg, and it itches. It itches. At least it doesn't hurt as bad as it used to. It used to hurt really, really bad. I mean, it don't hurt so bad anymore. But it itches like a madman. And then plus on top of that, I got the big ace bandage wrap around the fucker to compress it, and keep it small. So that's there, and that's acting as an irritant as well. So, but hey, at least it's skinny. At least my leg is not, the size of a damn watermelon. So you gotta look at it that way. Then my water pill is helping me out, so get rid of excess water. So I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm getting her done. But yeah, that's why I repeatedly scratch my leg, man. It itches. It itches. So I scratch it. Lymphedema, man. Lymphedema. You put in the internet, one leg bigger than the other, and you get lymphedema automatically pops right up. One of these things is not like
I
you.
have to get out of this place.
Yeah, you're obsessed with
If
that
it's
song.
the last thing that I'll ever do.
You do need to get out of Jersey and New
I
York.
do. That's why it's a poetic song for me to sing.
Yeah, you need to get to Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, something. But you need to get out of there because it's too damn expensive to live. You get in Tennessee, man, with all these mountains and shit, you'll love it. And plus,
That's
it's
where
healthy for you.
my father's out in Tennessee.
And it's healthy for you. It's healthy for you.
I don't
Oh,
know
your
if I
dad's
wanna
out in
live out
Tennessee?
somewhere in Tennessee, though, Vaughn. That's
Your
the thing,
dad,
Tennessee.
your dad is in Tennessee? Your dad is in Tennessee, John?
My dad's in McMinnville, yeah.
Well, shit. Why didn't you say so? You got it made then, man. You just go hang out with him
Yeah, but the
and
girls down in Tennessee, they don't suck like the girls in Jersey. I know it's a thing, but I'm gonna leave. Vaughn, I've been begging my woman to come back to me, and she finally called me again last night. I can't leave hope on that. I can't give that up, man. I know that sounds fucking bullshit. I know you're gonna be like, John, that's bullshit. But I can't give up on my girl. I can't give up.
plenty of fish in the sea, John. Plenty of fish in the sea. That's what they kept telling me. And now here I am, 61 with nobody.
Exactly. That's why I can't give up.
Yeah, there's
I can't
plenty of
give
fish in
up.
the sea, Vaughn. Yeah, okay. Well, Andrea's been gone for 8 years. Where's all these fish in the sea at? Where the fuck are they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
they
like
ain't
you got
there.
a girl sucking you good. I mean, you
Yeah,
need some. You
what's
need a
up with
girl
that?
sucking on you good, Vaughn.
Well, see, that's the thing. If I'd have had a woman here, I wouldn't have lost my kids. The CPS admitted that. They said, if you'd have had a woman here, we wouldn't have took your kids. They admitted to it.
And that's really, at the end of the day, that's Candace's fault because Candace could have came down.
Candace could have been here. She could have saved my kids, my marriage, my wife, my everything, my mom, my dad, everything. None of this would have happened if Candace would have come down here initially when I asked her to.
Now, I'm not exactly sure how long he's known Candace, but I mean, it's been like 11 years or something since Mouse left. So I'm not sure how Candace, because that was just like a year or two ago he was trying to get Candace. About 2 years ago, something like that. Maybe 3, maybe 4. Time flies on the internet, folks, but it was definitely since 2020. So remember, it's all Candace's fault. But see, this is how the Vonhelton, this is how the shit abyss works, right? Candace didn't come down because the trolls made Von look bad. The trolls who partnered with the Frost, and even back to Jimmy Johnson, to destroy his life. So we're all still responsible, but just in this moment, it's Candace's part of it because she didn't go back in time and help Von save his marriage. Apparently,
that's the truth. That is the truth. And she has to deal with that truth. She has to live with that truth. And that's going to be a hard pill to swallow, I suspect. Knowing that, her inaction is what caused a lot of this to occur. Because CPS told me to my face. They said if there would have been a woman in this place, they would have never took the kids. They admitted to it. So Candace, by not coming here, by listening to, I guess, the trolls and not coming here, really, really screwed up everybody's life. My mom, my dad, my kids, my mom, my wife, everybody. Everything went to shit. Candace should have come. She should have come down here. And things would have been totally different if she had it. But, oh well. Of course, you can't do nothing now. What's done is done, and that's just the way it is.
I can't give up, Vaughn. I don't know.
Just can't give up. Well, I don't blame you.
I don't know. I don't know anymore, Vaughn. I don't have the answers.
I don't have the answers either. However, I do have this. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. So I just rickrolled you, John. You feel better?
You got right. I got rickrolled by Vaughn.
You got rickrolled
I got
by
fucking rickrolled by Vaughn, man.
you got
That is fucked up, Vaughn, man. That is fucked up.
I just rickrolled John, folks. There you go.
Good fucking God. Good God, Lord.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say, I gotta give you that. I gotta give that up to you, Vaughn. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's what I live for, man. I live to rickroll people. There you go. That's it. Penny says that was hot. Okay, well, I'm glad well, I don't know. It's awful hot already. I mean, don't you mean that was cool? I'm just saying. I'm just making it up as I go along, people. Let's see. But did Pa Helton die in 07? Yes. The trolls were fucking with me then. Oh my God, dude, the trolls have been fucking with me for years. The trolls have been fucking with me for over 20 years. Where the hell you been? Been hiding under a rock somewhere? Trolls have been fucking with me for over 20 years, dude. That's a fact. Kept calling CPS out here, getting my kids taken for stupidity. And I mean that literally, stupidity. Oh, them kids are so abused and mistreated. Yeah, funny, the kids don't seem to think so. And anybody that's ever talked to the kids don't seem to think so. So the only people that think that are fucking trolls on the internet and CBS. Everybody else that's talked to the kids said, these kids aren't abused. They're not mistreated. They're not maligned in any way. Now, if you want me to show you an abused kid, I could show you very easily. All I got to do is find a kid that's sitting in the corner by himself with his head down like this. That's all I got to do. Bingo, abused kid, right then and there. Boom, done. Easy spotted, okay? It's not like abused kids are hard to find. They're easy spotted. You just look for the kid that's in the corner by himself with his head down like this, no friends, no interaction. You know, it's like, hey, you know, what's going on? And then they'll tell you. And then you found your abused kid. It's real easy. It's not hard to do at all. It's easy to do. My kids did not act that way. My kids did not act that way. My kids are out.
Yeah, I was gonna say your kids were full of love and life.
That's right. They were out having fun. They were riding out in their pedal cars and playing with the dogs and cats and chickens and anything else I had at the time. I had all kinds of shit at the time. And they were having a good time, man. They were loving it. They were loving life, man. And the trolls took their childhood away from them. And that is evil. That is fucking evil. I don't give a damn what your excuse is. That was fucking evil. Because you literally took their childhood away from them. And you all need to be boiled in oil for that shit. And yes, I believe in that. I believe in that. I stand by my words. You all need to be boiled in oil for that. Because once you take a child's childhood away, they can't get that shit back. It's gone forever. So you people are sick, you're twisted, and you need to be boiled in oil. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. That's just the way it goes. You know, because them kids, they can't get their childhood back. It's gone forever. Now, they can come back, you know, in another life and have another childhood, but that's not the point now, is it? They lost this childhood, and they shouldn't have.
Yeah, man, Vaughn, I don't know how you did it, but you got me good with that Rickroll, man.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. No, actually, that's gone too. The cars are gone. The airplanes are gone. Everything's gone. All my RC stuff is in the gypsy dumpster out there, or it was. It was a long time ago. It's gone now. All of it's gone. Every bit of that's gone.
It's all gone, folks.
Yeah, that's all gone.
It's all gone, folks. They cleaned out the barns. The gravy dome is no more. It's all out in the dipsy dumpster. He doesn't even know it's still there. He's too lazy to go check. But yeah, I think it's a pretty clear sign they don't want you there anymore.
Everything.
Well,
Buddy from the outside chat donated $5 through Super Chat. As bad as it all seems, I'm not counting the Kentucky cockroach out just yet. The lulls always find a way.
That's right. The lulls, the fail force sustains him. He is like a cockroach. He just keeps coming back. I mean, even if he goes dark for a while, he'll come back. He even said, "I'll be back. I'll be back." Right? But as we stand, as far as these people, like, you know, they're just mopping up around him at this point. He's like the last guy at the bar. It's like you got to go home. You know, the lights are on. They're flipping the stools. The cleaning staff's in. They're basically just mopping around his stool at this point. And inevitably, we got to get that spot of the floor too. So, you know, time to move on. This is what they're doing. They're just fucking throwing out all his shit around him until they make it to his little, like, corner. And then it'll be him. Folks.
It's gone. I don't know what you guys were thinking. Everything's gone. Okay? Everything is gone. There is nothing left. Literally, nothing left. So that's just the way it goes. I went out to the Dipsy dumpster and all my RC shit was in the dumpster. So okay, you know, it's just like my bath towels and my kids' bath towels, and you know, all my stuff is burned out on a burn pile. You know, shit happens.
I never knew kids that had. Just on the subject, I don't want to go off too much on the subject, and I really don't want to talk about the trolls really. But your children, whenever I saw them,
Anyway, J-Dub's just caught part of that. They get back into this bit, but did you catch that last part? All his towels and the kids' stuff and blah, blah, blah. Probably whatever. Because this motherfucker just he doesn't move, right? He just walks into whatever. Like, that's why, like, he left everything at his mom's the way it was. He just walked over. So when these people cleaned up this trailer and painted it, they threw everything out. And when they moved into the double wide, they threw everything out. And they cleaned out the barns and threw everything out. Because, you know, it probably gave Vaughn months. Probably like, anything you want, get it. You know. Because after a while, it's abandonment. Like, it's their property. And Vaughn probably did nothing. And I'm assuming they said something. They could have been just dicks and not said anything at all. I don't know. But, you know, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here. That they at least said something and Vaughn just did nothing. Like he's doing now. And, yeah, they threw out all his shit, and they had a burn pile, apparently, where they were burning all his towels and shit. So, yeah.
They had such love and such life in them.
Right.
For anybody to say they were abused, man.
Oh, yeah, CPS.
I mean, that is fucking bullshit.
Oh, CPS.
I was a child that was abused. My father was very abusive. I know what it's like to be abused.
Yeah.
You did not abuse them. You were a good father. Andrea was a good mother.
I was good.
There it goes again. Another beep.
Yeah, well, that's just notifying me that I've got, you know, something.
Well, you do to me every time something beeps on my end. You always fucking let me know that you hear it. So.
Well, because usually if it beeps on your end, it's somebody calling you. But see, nobody.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Nobody calls me. So, Sisko wants the link. He says.
All right, I'll put the link. You can give it if you want to give it to him. You can.
I will give him the link. Yes.
Or I'll just put. You want me to put it on public? But if I put it in public, then the trolls get it.
No, I'll give him the link. Let me see. Yeah, I'll give you the link, Sisko. Hang on a second.
Oh, Vaughn, I miss my Solomon too.
Well, John, I think you're in danger.
She called me last night, and it really ripped my heart out of my chest. I was like, I haven't heard from her in a while, and it was just like.
Well, I'm really
hearing a voice again just made me just.
I really don't know if that's a good idea, but I mean, you know.
I have to wait for her, Vaughn. I do.
I am fearful that may not be a good thing, but I don't.
It's not going to turn out to be good, right?
I don't know. I don't know, but I'd say.
She'll gonna break my heart again, probably, right?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
All right, Sisko, I guess that's you because you're the only one with the link. So.
Hello.
Yo, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. Off tonight, so.
Oh, off today. Wow.
Oh, off today. All right.
Oh, there you go.
I just tuned into the stream as you were talking about like your personal items. Like, did your new backers throw them out or what?
Did my what now?
Your financial backers throw everything out? I heard.
Oh yeah, everything's gone. Everything's gone. Yeah, everything's gone.
What? What happened? What's thrown? What's gone?
Everything's gone. There is
nothing. They have no right to do that. That's your personal items.
Too late. It's gone.
Wait. What did they? Wait.
I
What
heard
did
you
they throw
talk
out?
about something about tracks and
Time out. What did they throw away, Vaughn? What did they throw away?
Everything's gone.
What do you mean by everything's gone? What do you mean?
You know, out in the garage, right?
Yeah.
What did I have out in the garage?
The Hot Wheels, the planes, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's all gone. It's all gone.
Well, they have no right to touch that without letting you know.
It's all gone.
How did they throw? How did they touch that? They threw it away.
Yeah.
They had no right to.
That is fucking bull, Vaughn.
It's destruction of personal property.
What do you mean?
What am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it?
Contact the police and tell them they destroyed your shit.
What did they say? Why did they tell you that? Why did they tell you?
They didn't say anything. They just went in there and pulled all that shit out. And
Legally, they have to give you 2 weeks' notice at least.
You don't understand Clay County. Clay County is not like a normal environment. Okay, it's not. Clay County.
That is fucked up.
Clay County is a unique individual place. Okay, they do, things are run different here in Clay County. Okay, but I don't care. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, listen to me again. Okay, when you have nothing, then in my opinion, that means the gods are going to bless you with something even bigger and better than what you had before.
Folks, this is a clear case of getting honey-dicked. Got gigoloed. Bottom line, there's no way around it. Even Vaughn accepts it. He's like, yeah, it was stupid. You got sweet dick, good. A little sugar dip, folks.
That's how I
I hope so.
And so that's what I'm, I'm not upset. I am not worried about anything. I'm not upset. I'm not going to freak out over anything because the gods have already told me in advance they're going to restore me back to the way I was before all of this.
Vaughn, that is straight up fucking hateful, man.
Well, that shit happened.
I gotta be. I didn't know that. Why didn't you tell me that happened, Vaughn? You didn't tell me that was happening.
You never asked.
What do you mean? I didn't know something like that could even fucking happen.
Well, yeah, it happens all the time, dude. Where you been?
No, even if they bought the property from you, they got to give you their shit.
No, actually, they don't.
Well, if they kick you out, they have to give you 2 weeks' notice, and a police officer has to be present. So.
No, not down here.
Well, they still have to give you 2 weeks' notice at least.
Frost comes down here from Ohio, brainwashes mom into kicking me off of 1015 Crane Creek. And I had to get my stuff right then. I wasn't even allowed to take my ceiling fan out of the kitchen. I had to take my stuff right then and there. Period. Okay.
Oh, Vaughn.
Shit is different down here. Okay. Learn that. You need to learn that. Shit is different.
That is just fucking bullshit.
Well, as far as I know, up here, the law is a 2 weeks written notice.
Well,
no, Sisko doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And if Vaughn has no formal agreement or lease or anything with the new owners in writing, it's to their discretion. They just call the cops and say, "I want this vagrant off my property," and he's got to go right then and there. There ain't no fucking lease. There's no rental agreement. And the law up here is, I believe it was 30 days. 30 days, if you leave stuff at a place, it's just considered abandonment. And so they can just pack it up and throw it in the garbage. And I bet most landlords aren't even going to wait 30 days. Give me a fucking break. Come on.
Well, like I said, if this shit had happened in Ohio, it would have went no further than Frost walking through them double doors, because as soon as he did, that bailiff in that courtroom would have arrested his fucking ass. For one, for interfering in a private court case, which is what a guardianship is. It's private. But number two, because he lied in court by saying he was the executor when he hadn't been the executor since 2015, and he was in the courtroom in 2021, long after he had not been an executor. Even if his claim had been true, he still would not have been the executor because he was let go in 2015. And I was put in his place legally in 2018, but illegally in 15, unlawfully, quasi-lawfully. In 2015, I took over, and I took over all my mom's shit because I had to. There were 13 bank accounts attached to my mom's bank account, siphoning money out of her bank account.
There's got to be
13.
somebody that'll take you on for pro bono down there.
There is no pro. I called the pro bono lawyer place down
Gotta be
here.
somebody.
I called the pro bono lawyer place down here. Nobody's going to do jack shit. No one is going to do a goddamn thing. $32 million talks a lot, okay? And they've got it, and they don't.
Man,
and so, that's
dude,
just.
Vaughn, fuck me, man.
I thought you knew
that. This is ruining my night, man.
I thought you knew.
Man. No, you didn't fucking tell me they did that, man.
You didn't want you ain't wondered why I haven't took a bath in a week? Because now you got no towels or washcloths or shampoo or soap. I don't have anything.
Well, I knew about that. I didn't know they fucking destroyed your Hot Wheels and your planes and your fucking arts and crafts.
Yeah.
We're well aware you don't take baths. Like, who are you kidding? You don't shower. And how the fuck? Give me a break. Okay, I can understand when. Listen, folks, I'm going to tell you right now. I know I can't prove this, but I've known this motherfucker for a long time. When he was talking about the shit on the burn pile, guaranteed he was talking about all the stuff he left over at Ma's. Unwashed, the moldy clothes in the washer, all that kind of shit, whatever was in the barns. But there's no fucking way he's going to have me believe that the financial backers went into his trailer, because when he's there, because where the hell else is he, raided his bathroom and took his soap and shampoo and towels. Right? Now, I know he's broke and can't afford shit, but he should still already have towels. Like, is that what he's suggesting? They broke into his trailer while he was there and took all the toiletries and amenities. And how's Vaughn wiping his ass, folks? Think about that.
I looked up the Dipsy dumpster, and they were all down in there. And it's like, what the hell?
Oh, you could have grabbed them when they were in the dumpster.
No, I ain't reaching in there. I don't know what's going in there.
Well, just pour Listerine on your hands; it'll kill anything.
But it does. Listen, it doesn't matter. Okay. When you have everything taken from you, that means the gods are going to give you something better. That's what you have to believe. That's the way you have to think about it. Okay. You have to believe that when everything is taken, you're going to get something better. That's how I believe, and that's the way you should believe about it. When one door shuts, another door opens. That's how you
know what? And speaking of which, maybe the community home won't be that bad. So you never know.
What's that?
The community home might not be that bad. You never know.
No, that's not restoring me.
At least they should have internet at the very least.
Going into a nursing home or going into housing or going into whatever is not restoring. That's not restoration. That's capitulation.
Yeah, that's just keeping you above float.
That's capitulation, not restoration. I want restoration, not capitulation.
The only body that should be capitulating should be Zelensky.
There you go. Well, Zelensky,
he's just lucky there's no nuclear weapon on him.
That's what he needs.
Well, like I said, if it had been me instead of Putin, I would have took Kiev in 3 fucking days, and there would have been no Ukrainian war, because it would have been over in 3 fucking days. I would have took Kiev, and that would have been the end of that shit. I wouldn't put. You really think I would have put up with this shit? I don't know why Putin sat on his ass. I really don't.
Because he's a humanitarian. He doesn't want to kill innocent people.
I guess he wanted to wait and see what Trump was going to do. That's the only thing I can figure. He wanted to wait and see what Trump was going to do. Well, Trump didn't do jack shit, so there you go.
Well, Trump did fucking
Trump didn't do shit. He didn't. I mean, he fucking didn't. I mean, that's the truth. He didn't do a damn thing. And so, Putin waited all this time for nothing. He should have went in there when he had the chance, took Kiev in 3 fucking days, got the servers, destroyed the biolabs, destroyed all the little nasty critters, killed all them motherfuckers, and then got the hell out the AO. That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done. The shit would have been over in 3 days. It would have never, that would have been the end of it. Me and Putin used to be enemies in the Cold War. But I mean, I can understand his situation because the land belongs to Russia. It is not, Ukraine was created by NATO illegally because they lied and said the people that lived there wanted independence when they did not. That was a flat out lie. And so it was, Ukraine was illegally created. And so as such, Putin has every right to reclaim what belongs to him. And, as a historian, I have to side with Putin. I'm sorry. I can't side with NATO because NATO broke the law and did something illegal, at least illegal in regards to real estate law. Okay, you can't sit there and lie to people and take their land. That's not lawful under real estate law. That is a violation of real estate law. And so the land still belongs to Russia. Sorry, because they took the land illegally. They lied and said the people wanted independence. They did not. That was a lie. But when the leftist media went into Ukraine, they stuck a microphone in its face.
That's what they do. That's what they do. They lie, cheat, and steal.
Well, the media went into Ukraine, stuck a microphone in the people's faces and asked them, said, what do you think about Russia attacking Ukraine and hurting Ukrainians? And they said, we're not Ukrainians, we are Russian. And the liberal media was like, what? They're not Ukraine. There is no such thing as a Ukrainian. Okay, Ukraine's a totally made up creature made up by NATO. It's totally made up. It's not real. There is no such thing as Ukraine or Ukrainians. There is no such thing as Palestine or Palestinians, and there's no such thing as Jews or Judeans, because the Judeans were wiped out at the Battle of Jerusalem by Titus Flavius. This is documented fact. That's me then.
That's unfortunate what they did to Vaughn.
That is fucking bullshit, man.
Like legally, you can't do that.
That's fucking straight up. The trolls have to be involved in that somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they must have fucking called up the backers, or the backers are part of the trolls. Maybe they are trolls, and they're just there just to destroy Vaughn. I guess that's what it comes down to. They had no intention of being a supporter of Vaughn. They had no intentions in doing the right thing for Vaughn. When it comes down to
Todd that started this entire fucking thing.
Yeah. Todd's a real fucking piece of garbage. He is truly human excrement. He is really, truly bad person. What he did to me, what he's been doing to me, harassing me, got me squatted. Got swatted. He got me fucking clanked back out in, what was it, October? And
I can't remember. Time goes by so quick.
People are, oh man. I don't know what to say, man.
You heard about these
at the end of the day, I guess I wouldn't feel bad if fucking, I don't want to even say on YouTube. I don't even want to say what I'm thinking about.
We'll just say if Todd Minecrafts.
Yeah, Minecraft.
Just say Minecraft instead of the other word. You'll be fine.
I don't know, man, anymore. I'm done. I think I might be done. I think I might just I think I'm truly this is gonna truly be the last time I'm doing a show. I mean, this
just go park your car by a nice beach somewhere and just relax and go swimming.
Maybe Thursday when I'm
off,
I'll do that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Thursday when I'm off, I'll drive down to the shore.
That's what I'd do if I was living in my car. I'd go find a nice beach somewhere.
I need a beautiful fucking hot black girl with big lips to just be sucking on me good. That will make me happy. I'll feel better then.
Know what you do if you ever have enough money? Just buy a used limo. At least you'll have enough room to lie down.
Yeah. No, I can't afford another car. I got this car.
Plus limos are like $39,000 last time I checked used.
Yeah.
Pretty expensive.
Oh man, I don't know what to say about life anymore, Sisko, man. That is just fucking dull. I am in a rotten mood now, Vaughn, man.
Don't worry about it.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean? Don't worry about it.
Because, like I said, the gods will give me something better. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
don't worry about it,
man. At this point, Vaughn, I think these financial backers were trolls all along, man. I think they were trolls. I think they were your enemy. They came down there just. Todd fucking set them up to fuck you over. That's basically what I believe now.
I don't know.
They had no intention of doing right by you.
I don't know. I do not know.
No, what do you mean you don't know? They literally had no intention of doing you right.
Um,
Oh, I need to take a nap. I'm gonna rest my eyes for a little bit.
So you heard Ukraine bombed the nuclear bombers there?
Did I hear what now?
Ukraine bombed the Russian nuclear bombers.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, they're
With
lucky there
drones.
wasn't a nuke on any of them.
With drones.
Yep.
Yep, hit them with drones.
Yeah, they're
Well,
lucky it wasn't armed with nukes.
Well, you poke the bear, you're going to get a surprise. So, they're going to keep poking the bear, and finally Russia's just going to have enough, and fur's going to fly.
I think right in the middle of Ukraine, you just drop. I think on the left side of Ukraine, you drop a nice nuke. On the right side of Ukraine, you drop a nice nuke, and just fucking call it quits.
Yeah, whatever it takes. But the land belongs to Russia. It's always belonged to Russia. It was given to them by Catherine the Great years ago. It is their land, and NATO literally stole it by lying, saying that the people wanted independence. They did not. That was a lie. And so, as a result...
Vaughn's view on this could be skewed a bit, possibly a little biased, considering he is a former baron who just recently had his land stolen. So he's a little tender. I'm going to skip through the Ukraine stuff a little bit here, folks.
We have a train wreck that's going on. Terrain and whatnot and special effects.
All right.
That should be awesome. It should be crazy. I can't wait for that. That would be so awesome.
What I miss? What's going to be crazy?
There may be another Mortal Kombat movie coming out, dude.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, finally, after 20 years, we might get another Mortal Kombat movie. So I hope so. And then with the modern graphics we have today and modern special effects, it should be awesome to see.
I don't really follow the Mortal Kombat franchise, but I'm pretty sure hasn't there a bunch of mediocre movies put out in the last decade? Like there was just one a few years ago or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat these days, because 1995 wasn't exactly stellar as far as special effects. To let people create their own AI NPCs in Fortnite. Oh boy. I don't know if that's a good idea. A reporter for confirmation before incorrectly saying the world leader's name, Noratsky. The reporter then corrected her, to which she replied, I appreciate your insight on that. Really did. And forget his name right offhand for some stupid ass reason, but I forget his name. But yeah, the lead singer for the Grateful Dead is really dead. And swipe to open, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get. It's gonna go down to 65 tonight. There you go. Yesterday it got down to 51. And today it's going to go down to 64, and Wednesday 67. And so it's going to be in the 80s today, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to come up with my own idea. Instead of the Earth being the center of the universe, I'm going to make the sun be the center of the universe.
Oh my God, what is this? I think I missed this stuff. He's going to what? Isn't it it's kind of funny that the wizard warlock here, the weather sorcerer, the one the gods have entrusted, right, uses like the weather network app or some bullshit on his phone to keep track of the weather. But anyways, let's back this up. What is he talking about?
But I mean, that's that's what's out there, folks. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. But, I'm not buying the ball earth anyway. The ball earth is a lie. It was started by some Greek years and years ago who was pissed off at the gods of his day and decided, well, I'm going to go with this god named Helios, and I'm going to come up with my own idea. Instead of the earth being the center of the universe, I'm going to make the sun be the center of the universe. And unbeknownst to him, this also set about starting a whole new plethora a religious belief that is contrary to the religious belief that had existed in his day, and which is namely sun worship. So it's an interesting topic. It's something that that you can get into and makes for interesting reading, particularly if you're bored shitless. But yeah, I'm not too keen on the pole shift. I'm not too keen on ball Earth. I'm more of a flat earther dude. I'm vehemently a flat earther dude, actually. And flat Earth makes sense. Flat Earth is real. And the U.S. Navy has proven that flat Earth is real any damn way, so that ends the debate. When the United States Navy can have a ship way the fuck over here, and that ship way the fuck over here shoots another ship or a floating target rather, way the fuck over here. Now on a ball Earth that cannot be done because lasers use line of sight. They are a straight shooter, literally. Well, if you're on a ball Earth and you got a ship here and a ship here, they're not going to be able to see each other because of the ball Earth, right? Because of the curvature. There's no way. And so therefore the laser, which will not curve around the Earth, no, a laser is going to go careening out into space. So, but yet the United States Navy hit the water target every time. Every single time. And it didn't matter how far away. I mean, some of those targets were miles away and they hit them anyway. Okay, so no, the ball was a lie. The U.S. Navy laser test proved it was a lie. And that's good enough for me. Now, you're free to believe what you want, but it is not a ball. And then you have all these ancient documents that says the Earth is fixed and immovable. Okay, well, there goes your spinning ball rocket right there. Okay, because it's not, obviously it's not spinning on an axis if it's fixed and immovable. Right? So, there's that. Yeah, that's right, Guido. You're absolutely right. Yeah, that will be a wonderful day, won't it? Won't it be an awesome day? You never know, Guido. On that day, when that happens, maybe all your goals just drop dead. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever stop and think about that? Because that would be interesting, wouldn't it, Guido? Amazing. That event that you described happens, and all the trolls just drop dead magically. Magic being the key word there. But I wouldn't know a thing about that, would I? No, I wouldn't. And no, it would not be me because, as I've said, I am hamstrung. I am literally chained up and not allowed to do shit. Because if I was allowed to do shit, this sure as hell wouldn't have went on no 20 damn years.
Emo, the diaper-wearing faggot.
J Skull donated $5 through Super Chat. I feel my brain cells dissipating every time he opens his mouth. The stupidity is effing astounding.
Listening to Vonhelton too contently is similar to going into a Walmart bathroom and just breathing it in. It's just fecal matter, folks. It's just it's the shit abyss. Don't stare into it. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
No way in hell. It would have not went on 20 years. Trust me. It would have ended immediately. But I'm not the gods. I am their spokesperson. I am not them. And they have a plan. They have to let this ride out for whatever reason. And so we're letting it ride. And we'll see what comes of it. I don't know why you guys are fixated on my situation. You got everything you wanted. So I don't know why you're still fixated on me. Other than the fact that you're obsessed. And if you're obsessed, that means you're insane. And if you're insane, that means you need to go see a shrink. Right? Yes. Yes, well, whatever. Oh, there he is. Hi, John. You're alive.
Oh, what happened was I had my eyes closed and I was resting. I'm better now.
You're fine.
Man, I gotta be honest with you, Vaughn. That put me in a bad mood.
I have entertained the masses in your absence.
How long was I out? For?
Just a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you were out for a few minutes, and that's all. No big deal. No big deal. But I was able to regale people with useless information, so it's all good.
Good.
Useless.
I don't know what to say, Vaughn. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. Just believe that the gods are going to bless me with something 10 times better than what I had before. That's what you believe. That's how you take this. That's how you take everything. Is you say, okay, the gods have, for whatever reason, allowed all this shit to happen. So that means they're going to bless him with something else that's even better. That's how you look at it. That's how you go with it.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
That's how you go with it.
I'll take it that the gods are gonna do right by you.
Yeah. Well, they said they was. They said they would restore me, right? So, they're going to. Just got to give them time. They, like I said, for whatever reason, they're letting this thing play out. I don't know why. I think it's a waste of time and energy, personally. But they're letting it play out, so we'll let it play out, and then they'll bless me with something great, and that'll be the end of it. It'll be over. Or they may just let me know where the halls of Amente are, and I just go down into the halls of Amente, grab me another body, and come right back. I just come right back.
Better than what you got.
Yeah, because it would be better than what I had, right?
What?
Yeah.
The halls of Amente? That's a new... Just gonna go down to the halls of Amente and get me a good set of legs.
Yeah, I guess there's gonna be things.
I go down to the halls of Amente and pick me up a 20 or 30-year-old body, and walk out with that, and it's like, hey man, I got my whole life ahead of me now, right? I can do everything I need to get done, and more so, and this time without making the stupid mistakes I made in this body. So that would work out pretty good. It would work out real good. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. But I'm cautiously optimistic. How about that? How about that phrase? I'm cautiously optimistic.
Cautiously optimistic. Okay.
The new Babylonian Marshal. I hope Vaughn can get his stuff back. Well, we'll see. If I can't, I can't. We'll see. I'm not worried about it. It's in the hands of the gods and goddesses of Freedom Religion. And it's their baby. It's their game plan. Whatever they want to do, they're going to do. And I'm just going to let them handle it, and we'll see where this leads, because it's obviously got to lead to somewhere. So we'll see where it leads. We'll just see where it leads and go from there. And it will be glorious. Yipper, yaffle dapple. We are in a facility of some kind. It looks like. Well, while he's indisposed, I'm going to go get a Mountain Dew. I'll be right back. If he's missing.
Get to listen to John pissing and...
Mountain Dew, that feels so good. It is really warm in here for some strange reason. Why does Ron Paul always vote no? Or I think you mean Rand Paul. The reason Rand Paul votes no is because A, he's a libertarian, not a conservative, and B, because he finds fault with some of the things conservatives do. Period. End of story. Bond always bounces back. He will come again. He will rise again. Yes, I always do. I always do, man. That's true. John, did you have some good food tonight? John, did you have some good food tonight? Somebody says.
I just got some macaroni salad from Walmart.
You got some macaroni salad from Walmart, so there you go. So he's eating healthy, He's trying to eat healthy. Hopefully the macaroni salad doesn't have a bunch
Eating healthy with Vonhelton. Macaroni salad from Walmart.
Estrogen in it. So, because he might end up growing tits, and that would be kind of creepy. But anyway.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but you both are well on your way to growing tits. So, I want to put that back a sec.
I think you mean Rand Paul. The reason Rand Paul votes no is because A, he's a libertarian, not a conservative, and B, because he finds fault with some of the things conservatives do. Period. End of story. Bond always bounces back. He will come again. Yeah, he will rise again. Yes, I always do. I always do, man. That's true. John, did you have some good food tonight? John, did you have some good food tonight? Somebody says.
I just got some macaroni salad from Walmart.
You got some macaroni salad from Walmart, so there you go. So he's eating healthy, trying to. He's trying to eat healthy. You know, hopefully the macaroni salad doesn't have a bunch of estrogen in it. So, because he might end up growing tits, and that would be kind of creepy. But anyway, so yeah, he had some good food, I guess. Don't drain the battery, John. Park under a street light instead. There you go. Park under. Maybe he is parked under a street light. I don't know. Are you parked under a street light, John?
I am. I'm parked under the street lights.
Yeah, he's parked under a street light. So that ain't his car light. That's the street light. Or is it a car light?
It's the street light.
It's just the street light, he says. So it's good. We're all good, man. Everything's good. John, you need to get over me. I want secular. Oh, God damn.
Who said that?
Salamantru Rebecca or whatever, or Kaba or whatever.
Oh, that's my girl.
Yeah, but it ain't her. It's obviously a troll, but it's obviously a troll. But in any event, yeah. But yeah, I do indeed bounce back, and so you know, like I said, the gods will bless me with something and give me some money, and then I'll be right back on the internet, pretty as you please, and everything will be back to so-called normal. And you know, it may take. I mean, you know, I may be down a little bit, but it shouldn't be down too long, hopefully. And Todd was filming from the corner. Well, there you go. There you go.
Todd was filming what?
I guess you two having sex or something. I don't know. Who knows? It's some smarmy troll. There's a smarmy troll talking shit. So, no. Yeah. Ahoy, matey. No. Oh, my microphone is beeping. Or my microwave is beeping. Excuse me.
I'll hold down the fort until you come back.
Yep, I'll be back in just a second. I'll be back after these important messages.
It's like somebody racing down the street there.
Yep, I heard that. I heard that. Yeah, they're racing down the street, man. What about that?
Well, I hope the cops get them.
I doubt they'd be doing any racing if the cops was around. So I'd say there's no cops around. That'd be my guess. That would be my guess, is that there's no cops around. Because they wouldn't be racing if there was.
How is it, Vaughn? How's the meatballs?
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah. I should get myself a couple of cans.
You should get you a couple of cans. Yeah, I agree.
What time is it?
It is 9:57, almost 10 o'clock.
Oh, fuck me. The fucking Dollar Tree is closed now.
Yeah, time marches on, brother. It don't stop, you know. It just marches on.
Yeah, I can't go down there now. That'd be closed.
Well, maybe John.
What's on your mind, Vaughn? Talk to me. Keep me company.
I said, you know, I was thinking, you know, maybe this is a godsend after all, and maybe you'll lose some weight and, you know, eat healthier, and it might end up being a godsend. You never know.
I need to lose a little weight, don't I?
I know I sure as fuck do. I'm way overweight. At 5'6", let me Google that. The ideal weight at 5'7" for a man. The ideal weight for a man at.
Who are you talking to? Who are you typing to?
I'm looking up the ideal weight for a man at 5'7". Ideal weight for a man at 5'7". According to Body Mass Index, the healthy weight range is between 121 pounds and 163 pounds. Other sources suggest a range of 119 pounds to 159 pounds. The average ideal weight is around 145.73 pounds, or 66.1 kg. Okay, so somewhere between 119 and 163 pounds. So anywhere within that range, I should be okay. So we will once again whip out the trusty dusty calculator. Pardonnez-moi, monsieur. And we will whip it out. Excuse me while I whip this out. We'll whip it out and we'll put 222, which is what my current weight is. I know because I went to the doctor. Minus 163. We'll go with the highest number, 163.
Yeah.
59 pounds. So I need to lose at least 59 pounds in order to get somewhat normal again, somewhat healthy again. So I need to lose 59 pounds, 60 pounds. If I lose 60 pounds, I'll still be a little on the heavy side, but I won't be overweight. So there we go. So now we know, and that's where we need to be. We need to be at we need to lose 60 pounds, 65 if we want to be safe. So we lose 65 pounds, we'll be good.
Very good. We'll be all right.
How tall are you, John?
6'1".
6'1". All right. Well, let me the average height for 6'1", or the average weight for 6'1". That's 6 foot 1 inch. 140 to 183 pounds. 140 to 183 pounds. How much do you weigh, John?
About 270.
270. All right.
I'm overweight.
Okay. Well, that's 270 minus 183. We'll take once again. We'll use the high number so that we got a buffer there. So 183, and that leaves 80. So you need to lose 87 pounds, which is almost double what I need to lose. Holy shit! Holy shit! You need to lose 87 pounds, bro. Might as well say 90 to be safe. You need to lose.
I love how he's rounding John's up and making the gap bigger because it's nowhere even close to being double, Vaughn. Again, this is dealing with the mind of a spider monkey here, folks, as far as math is concerned.
He's 90 pounds. I need to lose, what did I say, 50 pounds? 40 pounds, 50 pounds?
He's rounded his down.
For fat slobs, John, we need to lose weight, dude.
You both need to lose almost 100 pounds, motherfuckers.
Fuck. You know what I mean?
Dude, you need to lose 90. Dude, you need to lose 90 pounds. You are massively overweight. Massively. I mean, somehow you have to keep it off, which is even harder to do. So, yeah, that's a lot of weight, bro. 90 pounds, you got to lose 90 pounds. That's a lot of weight. Vaughn, did you see those individuals are pretty sick fucks, so that's true. They're pretty sick. Pretty sick and twisted. Like I said, for whatever reason, the gods want to play this out, so we'll play it out. And we'll see what happens. It could very well be that we're just biding our time until the destroyer gets here, and then the destroyer takes care of everything for us. I won't have to do anything necessarily other than, explain what happened in the aftermath. Because when people look out their window and they see thousands of butterflies, they're going to go on the internet and say, okay, I'm seeing thousands of butterflies. What the hell's going on? And then they're going to find the butterfly prophecy, which explains why they see thousands of butterflies outside their window. And then they're going to come and talk to me, or they're going to want to at least. And then freedom religion will explode at that point because, hey, we've got actual proof that something happened. And then at that point, there won't be any troll or hater or naysayer that will be able to say one fucking word, which is a very good thing. When people look out their window and they see all them butterflies, they're going to get on the internet. And they're going to be saying, why am I seeing all these butterflies all of a sudden out of nowhere? And they're going to go on the internet. They're going to find the butterfly prophecy. And that's going to be the end of that. It's going to be all over but the shouting. And there are already 5 members of the freedom religion. So we are growing very slowly, but we are growing. But it won't be slow growth when people look out the window and see all them butterflies. They're like, holy shit, where'd all these butterflies come from? And then they'll get on the internet to find out why. And it will be a glorious day that day. That day will be a glorious day, I assure you. Hi, Brittany. Mm-hmm. What happened to all my stuff? Well, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about bigger and better things. We're worried about bigger and better things.
Is that a paper bowl? I'm pretty sure that's... Oh, yeah, that's a paper bowl, I think.
Pretty good.
See, this is how we waste money. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they're cheap, but, you know, most people wash their dishes. Instead of washing dishes, he blows money on disposable fucking dishes. Like, I
haven't had the traditional spaghetti and meatballs in quite a while. You know, the sauce has a different flavor than the sauce for the other foods. Beefaroni has a different sauce. Chef Boyardee beefaroni has a different flavored sauce. ABCs and 1, 2, 3s has a different flavored sauce. Spaghetti and meatballs has a different flavored sauce. And so some of them have different flavored sauces.
Oh, wow.
And,
wow.
very good.
Living high on the hog, Vaughn. Living high on the hog.
It's very, very good. Yeah, Chef Boyardee, right. Chef Boyardee. Yeah, that is Chef Boyardee movie, man. You know, the authentic, the legitimate Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs, the original. And I haven't had that in a long time, so it was pretty good.
Authentic, folks.
Pretty tasty. Pardonnez-moi, monsieur. Yep, Chef Boyardee, Maynard. The real deal. Yeah, it's like $1 something a can, so it's real cheap, and you can live on that shit. You know, you can live on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that too. Oh, pardon me, my mama. Mamma mia. Yeah, it's like I said, it's $1 something a can, so it's affordable. And so I stock up, you know, on quite a few cans of it, and that way I'm prepared, you know, in case something happens, you know. Because Chef Boyardee, if I understand correctly, Chef Boyardee is pre-cooked, so technically you could eat it out of the can if you need to, which is really handy if you ain't got no electric.
Vaughn's preparing for the Helton apocalypse, the great exodus from the family farm here. He is buying canned goods that he can eat right out of the can in case he has no electric. Folks, I'm going to be honest with you. The whole Chef Boyardee canned spaghetti stuff, Alphagetti, whatever the case may be, was not a staple at my house. I know some people were raised on that stuff. We had it once in a while, and I thought maybe I'm crazy, but quite often, if I was to eat, like if I was given a can of Alphagetti right now, I would probably eat it cold. Maybe I'm weird. Does anybody out there do that? I mean, it's okay at its best, but I mean, it's okay warm. But I mean, I don't know. If I was to eat it, I almost prefer eating it just cold out of the can. But I haven't had any of that crap in years. I could probably count on my fingers how many times I probably actually had it. But anyways.
Well, here's the way I look at that. You know, he probably needs the sleep. That's the way I look at that. I don't have anything right now. Nothing. I have absolutely nothing. That's great. I'm that wonderful. I have absolutely nothing right now. Nothing. Zero. Not a zip. Zero. Goosey. Nothing. Why are you wanting to give a generous donation to get my ass out of financial abyss? Maybe somebody can contact Trump and have him give me a grant. You know, I mean, Trump's pocket change would last me for the rest of my natural life. You know, I mean, think about it. You know, Trump is a multi-billionaire, and his damn pocket lint would probably pay all my bills, pay all my back bills, and probably give me a nice house to live in for the rest of my life. Literally, it would be nothing for him. But you know, that's the way it goes, and I can see his point. Because if he did it for me, he might have to do it for everybody else, and he can't afford that, so he just don't. So, but it would be nice if he could. Mr. Trump, if you're watching, President Trump, if you're watching, if you don't mind giving me a grant, that would be awesome. You know, say maybe a couple $100 grand. Couple $100 grand would put me in the black for quite a while down here. Because down here in Kentucky, things are cheap. Out here in the hollers and the hinterland, you know, where nobody lives except us crazy people, everything will be fine. You know, a couple $100 grand, man, I'd be set for life. You would never even know it was gone because it's pocket lint to you, and so I would be set. I'd be all right. I'd be good to go. So consider it if you don't care. Let me know what you think there, President Trump. $200,000 grant, help me out. You know, get me back in the black. Back in black, I hit the sack. I'm glad to be back. Yes, I let loose from the noose that's kept me hanging around. Yeah. Sure, I was only making a funny. Okay. You don't have electricity. You don't have electricity? Electricity. Well, obviously I have electricity, or we wouldn't be talking right now. However, I probably won't be having it for very much longer. I mean, I paid the bill that was $24, but, well, $29, they said. I guess because of a late fee or something. So I paid the $29, but that was just to get it caught up. Now that it's caught up, I've got to pay it again probably, and so that's when they'll go click. And when they shut it off, it's $200 to turn it back on, plus whatever you owe them. So if I owe them $200 and they shut me off, it'll be $400 to turn it back on. Nice, right? That's how they do, though. That's how they do, man. I love the backers. Yeah. Have the backers toss the Elder Scroll and Karate Cow pick? I probably did, Guido. Why? Did you want them? It wouldn't help you none. Is John alive? That's debatable. I mean, he seems to be in a semi-conscious state, doesn't he? He'll be all right, though, I think. He's KO'd. Yeah, he's totally KO'd, isn't he? But that's okay. He probably needs to sleep. We need to recharge our batteries every now and then, Yeah, connection fees suck. But what can you do? I mean, as far as I know, they're legal. So what can you do? Not a damn thing. But yeah, it's $200 to turn shit back on if they turn you off, and then plus whatever you owe them. So if I owe them $200 and they shut me off, in order to get it turned back on, I got to pay $400. That's just the way it goes, man. That's reality, you know. I live in the real world, you know. I know people say, "Oh, well, you're a magician and you're a sorcerer and all that, and you know, you're a pagan." But I still got to live in the real world, and in the real world, you get charged when you can't pay your bills. They charge you late fees, they charge you service fees, they charge you taxes, they charge the shit out of you for everything under the sun, including the sun, probably in some cases. You know, I can't wait to see solar charges come out. That's going to be funny. Oh, we're going to charge you for the amount of sun you use. Oh, okay. I mean, they're already charging us for water, right? They're charging us for water. Water should be free, but they're charging us for water. But we have to charge because we desalinize it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. He better hope a crook doesn't walk by and mugs him. Well, hopefully his doors are locked. I don't want to belabor the point, but what are you going to do? What are your plans? I would be freaking out. Well, Moon Maiden, you could come here and rescue my happy ass and take me out of this situation anytime you want. Anytime you want. All you got to do is send me a fucking plane ticket, and I'll happily board the plane, and then I'll come be with you, and we live happily ever after or whatever. Unless you're already married, of course. In which case, oops, oh well. Let's see. Did you sign any documents? Not that I'm aware of. I think they would be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that all works, Moon Maiden. I just know that they charge you a fee. Everybody, all companies do this. All companies charge you a fee to turn your shit back on. They all do it. The internet does it. The phone does it. Cable does it. The electric does it. They all do it. They all charge you a fee to turn your shit back on. Every one of them. Now, unfortunately, the electric company is pretty exorbitant. It's $200. You know, the rest of them are not so bad. $50, $60, $100, whatever. But the electric company is the worst. It's $200 for their shit. So, Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia. Yeah, some of you trolls missed it, man. I rickrolled John earlier, and y'all missed it. You have to watch. You have to scroll back and watch. I rickrolled him good, buddy. I rickrolled him good. He was unprepared for my assault. It was glorious. It was a glorious victory for me. You trolls might actually get a kick out of it. You never know. Oh wait, y'all ain't human, so never mind. Never mind. Y'all ain't human. Never fucking mind. Mamma Mia. Oh, we're at the 2 hour mark. Isn't that great? 2 hours, man. We've been going 2 hours. Can you imagine? And I haven't had an episode 1. I haven't went from laughing and crying to hating on people in the whole time I've been here. Isn't that great? It's amazing how that works. Speaking of Jesse Lee Peters, where you at, Jesse Lee? You need to come to Freedom Religion, Jesse Lee Peters. You need to come to Freedom Religion and be truly set free. That's what you need, brother. You do that and you will be a powerhouse for the Freedom Religion because your voice gets out there, you know. And when you come to Freedom Religion and Freedom Religion opens up your eyes, moves the scale off and blinders off your eyes, and you're able to see what's really going on, and you're able to see how you've been manipulated all these years by the religion you are currently residing in, It'll blow your mind, and you will never be the same, man. You'll be amazed, and you'll be truly set free. It'll be amazing. So, Jesse leaders, I implore you, come to Freedom Religion and be set free, brother. Because we could use your voice too, Jesse Lee. We could use your voice, because your voice gets out there, man. You would get out there. You would get people changed irrevocably, man. The change is incredible. Believe me. It is incredible. There's only 4 rules. Don't harm yourself. Don't harm others. Don't violate someone's rights. And don't piss off the gods and goddesses. Piece of cake, right? Yeah, piece of cake. 4 rules, man. That's it. Did you apply for a passport? Well, here's the thing. It takes upwards of a year to get the passport, and I can't get the passport here. I got to drive all the way to London to get the motherfucker and fill it out. And I didn't really feel like doing that, so no, I haven't done the passport. But even so, the passport is not cheap. It's about $500. So I not only would have to drive all the way to London to go get it, and then all the way back home, but I would have to fork over $500. And I got to wait a year for them to, I guess, do a background check on me and shit. And so it's just not feasible. The passport is just not feasible for me. Now maybe some people can find it cheaper or something, but they wanted $500 for mine. Maybe they know who I am. Maybe they know who I am. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I ain't got $500, so case closed. I don't have the $500. That's a lot of money. But yeah, it's $500, and I got to drive all the way to London, grab the document, bring it back here, fill it out, and drive all the way back to London again with the $500, and give them the $500 and the document, and then I got to sit for a year and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and then we'll see. But I'm not doing it. I don't have that kind of money, especially that kind of money for them to just turn around and say they're not going to do it. That would suck. No, we're not going to do that for you. We're just going to take your money. Oops. Disco somebody. Disco. I'm just about as poor as you are. Oh, okay. Who's Disco? Who the hell? Who you talking to? I don't see nobody named Disco. Am I missing something? Because I don't see anybody named Disco there, man. I'm not seeing nobody named Disco. Letting out frustration. Well, okay. Disco Inferno. I don't see a Disco Inferno in the chat, so I guess you're seeing shit that I ain't seeing, because I do not see a Disco Inferno in the chat. I see you and Hammurabi Doll, and now a Shane Garrison, whoever that is, and that's it. That's all I see.
What happened to my camera? What happened?
I don't know. It just went black.
Fuck. I thought my phone died. Fuck me.
No, your phone didn't die. You're fine. It's just it was black. The screen was black. That's all.
Okay.
I don't know why. Parallax is afraid a crook may walk by and mug you.
Yeah, do me a favor.
Yeah, he's
tomorrow I'll go to the McDonald's so we could do some fucking killing then tomorrow.
All right. If I have internet and phone or electric. Hopefully I will, but you never know.
Oh, you're planning on going? Oh, yeah, you should be okay.
Do you think I should? Well, I hope so.
Wait, what do you mean you should? Do what?
Guido says a passport takes 6 weeks and costs $175. Yeah, your mama too. I just called the motherfucker, dumbass.
Your mother's fucking cheap.
I just called the post office, dumbass. I'm telling you what they told me.
What is that?
I don't know where
you
you
gonna go get your passport?
Well, they're wanting me to get a passport, and I'm not getting a passport because that's $500 and takes a year to get a reply back. I'm not.
It's gonna
I'm
take
not
you a
going to.
year to get the passport.
Not only that, but I got to drive all the way to London, which is a half-hour drive, and then drive all the way back. So I'm not doing it. You know, until there's a way to do it online, I'm not doing it because I ain't driving that fucking far. But yeah, the post office, when I called them, they told me $500, and it takes a year to get it back because they got to do a background search on it. I guess I'm assuming that's what it's all about. What's it all about, Alfie? But yeah, I just talked to the damn post office. What? Not even 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Mamma mia. Who wants you to get a passport? Well, there's several people that want me to get a passport. Lynn May would like me to get a passport. Candace would like me to get a passport. And there's a few others that would like me to get a passport. And I don't know. It's not worth it. Now, if there was a way to do it online where I ain't got to drive a half hour one way just to get a piece of fucking paper, and then I got to bring it back, fill it out, and then I got to take it all the way back up there again. That's 4 half-hour drives, which is 2 hours on the road, man. Fuck that. 2 hours on the road, dude. Seriously. My legs would be fucking jelly, you know, because of the lymphedema. I don't know if I could even make it that much, drive that much. But what I do know is that what the post office told me, you know, so I'm going by what they say, since they're the ones that know. But yeah, man, it's not cheap. It's pretty damn expensive. But there are some that, you know, would like me to get a passport. And, you know, that maybe in the future, if I got money, I can do that. And I'm willing to wait a year to find out, you know. When's the next karaoke? Well, that's the thing. I got to get my new system working to where that I can do karaoke. And then once I do that, I will start making karaoke again. But I do want to do some more karaoke. I do. And I got to do John's favorite. Come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? Now I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain. What?
That sounds pretty good. You sound pretty good tonight.
Yeah, because Jim Morrison is, you know, I'm tapped in, man. I'm tapped into Jim Morrison. Okay, let's put it that way. I'm tapped in. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky for you and I. Have I ever had a passport? I'm not at liberty to discuss that. Seriously, I'm not. I know that sounds coy, but I'm actually not. I'm not allowed to discuss that. I'm ex-military, man. There's certain things ex-military personnel are not allowed to discuss, and that is one of them. Who wants you to get a passport? Who wants to be in pictures? Arf, arf, arf. Please save Karate Kyle from the dumpster. That picture is worth a fortune. Yeah, like anybody gives a shit. Give me a break. Nobody gives a shit, dude. Nobody gives a shit. Trust me. Trust me, nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. When people found out that the whole Karate Kyle thing was started by fucking YouTube trolls, It literally fell off the radar the next fucking day. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. It literally fell off the radar the next day. Okay? When people find out shit started by trolls, they don't like that. Most people don't like that. And so they dump that shit. It's just like, it's like this Q shit. Okay, Q shit lasted for a while until people found out that it was a bunch of trolls on 4chan that started the Q. And then when they found that out, then they dumped it like a bad habit. Okay? People don't want shit started by trolls. They want legitimate shit started by legitimate companies for a legitimate reason and a legitimate purpose. They don't want troll shit. They're not interested. Let's see. Yeah, sign that picture and put it up for auction. You could make thousands or hundreds of thousands. Yeah, sure I could, dude. What planet are you on, man? What planet are you on? Seriously. You're in La La Land, brother. You are in La La Land. It would be nice if I could set something up to where that I could sell prints of Karate Kyle, but I don't have the setup to do that, nor do I have the money to do that. So, because it takes money to do that, and I don't have the money. So, there we are. There we are. The pup, Sharpie dog. It's the Sharpie dog. Weird pup. The Sharpie dog is back. Please save Karate Kyle. Yeah. Ain't no saving the past, dude. No saving the past. What was it Yoda said to Luke Skywalker? What did he say to Luke Skywalker? He said, always in the past or in the future you are, never where you are at. Remember when Yoda chided him over that? He said, you're never focused on the now. You're either focused on the past or focused on the future. You're never focused on where you're at. And he said, you are not going to succeed at what you do until you focus on where you're at. And Yoda is 100% right. I don't know where they got this stuff for Yoda to say, but Yoda ended up being 100% correct on everything because I looked it up. I researched everything that Yoda said. Everything Yoda said in the original fucking Star Wars, 100% accurate. 100% accurate. It's amazing. Amazing shit.
That's pretty that's pretty cool though.
But yeah, remember, Yoda chided him over that. He said, you never focus on where you're at. You're either focused on the past or on the future. Never where you're at. And because of that, that's why you fail. You'll never succeed until you start focusing on where you're at. And he's right. Yoda is 100% right. And you can sit there, well, Yoda's a Muppet, and, it's a joke, it's a scam, and whatever. But it ended up being right. So who cares? Who cares? As long as it ends up being right, who cares? The source is not necessarily important. What's important is the truth that is coming out of the source. And if that truth lines up with the universe and ends up being correct, then that truth will stand on its own merits. No matter who says it, no matter what says it. Charles Manson could come out with a truth out of his mouth, and it will stand the test of time, even though it was spoken by madmen. Why? Because it's the truth. The truth can stand on its own merits, no matter what the source is. The source is irrelevant in most cases. Not all, but some. There we are. Redo the Karate Kyle picture. I could probably trend it.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Well, that was abrupt. I guess I should put the other... There we go. All right, folks. So that's that. We're going to continue on, see if there's any more nuggets. That is the last live stream I'm aware of. And now we have a morning coffee from Vonhelton. And if it's just rambling, we'll skim through it. But we'll see. This could... I mean... I don't want to be an alarmist here, folks, but this could be one of the last things we receive from Vaughn. Last communications for quite some time. But what the hell? Let's lighten the mood, folks. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know the song. That out of our systems, folks. Let's let's do it. Let's get this rocking and rolling. We'll check it out. If you don't mind thumbsing it up, all that good stuff. You know the drill. All right, let's go. Chop. Ooh. Why is it stuck like that? I can't seem to undo it, folks. Let me try it this way. A little different way. There we go. There we go, folks. All right, let's skip ahead. Onward and forward, ladies and gentlemen.
Trying to see
coronavirus humans
on Gorilla 401, and yes, we're getting a late start. It's almost 5:30. But I was doing some research prior to this, and I'll be honest with you, there was some things that I was trying to do to try to see if I could poo-poo some of the things that are out there currently, and unfortunately, I was unable to succeed in that endeavor. Namely, things applying to Trump. Tried my level best to find some way of, spinning it to where that it isn't as bad as I think it is. But unfortunately, I could not.
Look, if you want a hot dog merch drop, you want to go over to the Den of Dank. We got all kinds of hot dog. You can get mugs, hot dog t-shirts. Folks, check it out. It's been updated. There's some new stuff there. I'm just saying. It was asked. There it is.
And this is something that has come out a few days prior, and I didn't really discuss it. And it did kind of slip by me. I really should have discussed it the day it came out, but I didn't. And again, I want to try to dissuade this from being as bad as I think it is, but unfortunately I cannot do that. I've tried. I really, really tried to say, well, maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. Maybe it's still, and I tried and I tried and tried and no. No, unfortunately, what is out there, and it is, and it's pretty damning. It's pretty damning information, unfortunately. And we're going to go on ahead and put that out there for you right now. And like I said, I spent the better part of the morning trying to see if there's a way that, oh, well, maybe this isn't as bad as everybody says it is, excuse me. And I could not. And so we're going to go with it. Now, like I said, this is several days old. It came out on May 30th. But, and this is now the 4th of June. But I wanted to try to find some way of, throwing water on this thing and say, oh, well, it ain't as bad as they're making it out to be. Well, I could not do that. So we're just gonna go with this and put it out there. And then I got other things that we're going to discuss as well. And so we're just gonna go into this hot and heavy. So here we go. MSNBC, Trump's favorite website, by the way. Trump appears to be building an unprecedented spy machine that could track Americans. A new report shines light on contracts with tech company Palantir, which is run by Peter Thiel, a leading member of Bilderberg Group, and the same Peter Thiel that was with Trump when he came down the golden escalator back in 2016. Most of you had no clue that Peter Thiel has been with Trump that long. And yes, he has. And Trump knows he's a member of Bilderberg. Trump knows he's a globalist. Trump knows he's a member of the New World Order. And Trump associates with Peter Thiel anyway, just as Elon Musk associates with Peter Thiel, just as Mark Zuckerberg associates with Peter Thiel. Go watch my video, One Big Happy Family, to get up to speed on just how tight these people really are with each other, because it will blow your mind. In fact, my video, One Big Happy Family, should be required viewing of every American so that you get informed and get up to speed on just how bad these motherfuckers have played you, because they played you really, really shitty. But anyway, here we go. As Donald Trump and his administration pursue crippling austerity measures across the country, they're plunging millions of dollars into the president's pet projects, and that includes reportedly giving hundreds of millions of dollars to a company that is expanding the government's ability to spy on its own citizens. The New York Times has a new report on the administration awarding contracts to the controversial tech company Palantir, which is apparently helping Trump develop a database of Americans' private information scraped from various government agencies that could theoretically be used to track or persecute them. Now, let me stop at this point, because I wanted to believe that this was being done so that we could round up terrorists and illegals and people that were here that were trying to harm Americans, and that this was a legitimate thing to round these people up and deport them or jail them or whatever. Unfortunately, that is not the case, and it's unfortunate. But anyway, so let's continue. We're not going to read their own wording there, the bullet point there. Okay, the White House did not respond to the Times' request for comment, and Palantir declined to comment on its work with the Trump administration. It pointed to a company blog post that said organizations that license its products define what can and cannot be done with their data. They control the Palantir accounts. The Times report aligns with concerns about surveillance and weaponization of federal data, highlighted by Rachel Maddow during a recent episode featuring Times reporter Julia Angwin. And no, we will not be playing any videos. Somebody played a video, somebody prominent played a video and promptly got their channel flagged. So yeah, we're not going to be playing any videos. Palantir is one of several private companies that have capitalized on Trump's authoritarian ambitions. The company has been tapped as a key player in Trump's mass deportation plans. And earlier this year, Palantir CEO Alex Karp gave investors a pretty grim summary of what the company's full slate of work for the Trump administration could entail. And another insert that we will not read. Needless to say, putting American data in the hands of a company whose CEO boasts about his company's capacity to kill and intimidate doesn't inspire confidence that the data will be handled responsibly. No, apparently not. And there again, that goes back to what I was hoping that this was about. I was hoping that this would be something that would only apply to certain segments of people, such as the Muslim Brotherhood and Islamic Jihad and, Hamas, Hezbollah, that sort of thing, terrorist organizations that really do want to do harm to the American people, or, these illegals like Trin de Agra and Zeta and even local groups, the Bloods, the Crips, whatever, that want to harm innocent American civilians. And, and that's what I thought it might be geared to. Well, that all got dashed on the rocks because, like I said right here, the CEO boasted about their ability to kill and intimidate. And it's like, well, okay, there goes that right out the fucking window, huh? But I did, dude, I absolutely did fucking yeoman's work, trying my best to figure out a way to spin this to where that it wouldn't be near as scary as it sounds. But unfortunately, it is. And he says, on that note, I've been laser focused on the government's surveillance capabilities in the age of artificial intelligence, particularly under the Trump administration. Now, let me stop there. Because the AI thing has just exploded. Everybody is talking about AI. And what is one of the key things that AI is capable of doing? Spying on you. I mean, that's one of the things. And then we've got the big, beautiful bill that Trump loves, which specifically says that state governors, like Ron DeSantis, for example, cannot come in and say, hey, wait a minute, you're making AI to spy on the Floridian people. I don't want that. Shut that down. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. DeSantis, but you no longer have that right or the authority or the ability to do, because it will all be handled at the federal level. So even Ron DeSantis and other governors of the various states will not have the power to stop the AI from surveilling the American people. That's scary. That's some scary fucking shit right there. All right, and this keeps going. This does not stop. So we're gonna keep going. To learn more about the technologies that enable the sort of surveillance Trump and Palantir could soon unleash on Americans, check out my interview with surveillance and privacy expert Albert Fox-Conn from 2023. Okay, and so we go there, and so we find out, right? And we're not going to watch a video. No, we're not. We're going to get rid of that. AI expert reveals the best hiding place for robot revolution. My people, hello. I'm very excited to share a recent conversation I had with Albert Fox-Conn, an expert on human rights and surveillance technology, and someone who has been sounding the alarm on the looming and ever-present dangers of artificial intelligence technology, AI for short. These days, it feels like we're hurtling towards a future filled with AI, and while that excites some folks, others, like Khan, are warning the world about what artificial intelligence can pose to us. Going to be surveilling every American, down to what color your underwear is, and what you had for breakfast that day. And like I said, I did yeoman's work trying my level best to find some way of putting a silver lining on this thing. You know, maybe it's just going to be used for Muslim terrorists. Maybe it's just going to be used for street gangs or gangs coming from other countries or whatever. But nope, sorry. That went right out the window. Palantir's own CEO said it. Peter Thiel even made some comments in that general direction. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, you know. So what Trump has done, he has given a globalist organization, Palantir, all of your personal information, all of my personal information. And they now have that information, including your DNA, I might add. And with that information, they can do a multitude of things. They could clone you. They could use your DNA
Here we go. Here we
as a
go.
springboard for creating deadly bioweapons that are culture specific, that are race specific. We are now experimenting with the idea of having specific mRNA technologies that can target specific ethnic groups now. Now that should scare the shit out of you. And Palantir now has all that information. They have all that information. They have the wherewithal. And you know, now the CEO has said, "Hey, whatever you do with your Palantir account is what you do with it." But the Trump administration apparently has no problem with Palantir surveilling all Americans of any type, any race, any creed, any reason, no reason at all. They can, you know, just surveil you for no reason at all. And so this is extremely scary and extremely distressing to me, you know, because obviously it flies in the face of the Constitution, which makes it abundantly clear that we as Americans have a right to be secure in our person. And we have a right to privacy, a right to redress of grievances, et cetera, et cetera. So it is very, very, and like I said, man, I busted my ass this morning trying to find some way of saying, okay, this isn't as bad as they make it out to be. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't do that. Sorry, I couldn't do that. Now, I know MAGA and Maha and all the Trumpers are going to be jumping my ass, and you're blowing this out of proportion. No, I'm not. I wished I was. Like I said, I've tried all morning to try to water this down and not be as bad as it is. Well, I'm sorry I can't do that. Trump is going to surveil you, whether you like it or not. And that is an extreme violation of the Constitution of the United States. And you guys put him in office. I didn't vote for him. I voted for Randall Terry. I voted Randall Terry, man. I voted straight Constitution Party. So you guys put him in there. I didn't. So, oh well. You know, now you're going to be surveilled. But it gets better. Oh, it gets better, boys and girls, because the next article is also about Trump that we're going to discuss. And let me go on ahead and pull it up, because we're going to discuss that as well. And now this one is considerably more recent, but still yet it is obvious that we need to discuss it, because it's a matter of import. And so here we go. Nishani, social entrepreneur. Trump declares war on Iran, or is it just another political poker game? Interesting cartoon there. The world is on edge again, and this time it's not just over oil, inflation, or another trade war. The buzz is deafening. Did Donald Trump just declare war on Iran? While newsrooms scramble for breaking alerts and armchair analysts fuel Twitter with theories, let's break this down, Nishani style. Behind the curtain, what really happened? Here's the plot twist nobody expected. Trump's own team, his own team, listen to this. This is key. This is going to blow your mind. Trump's own team, led by envoy Steve Witkoff, had drafted a nuclear deal that gave Iran some breathing room. It allowed civilian-level uranium enrichment under strict international inspection. It was delicate, it was balanced, and it was pragmatic. And Trump, he tossed it. he tossed it. Trump demanded a full halt to any enrichment, civilian use, peaceful research. He wasn't buying any of it. His stance is crystal clear. Iran must mantle its nuclear infrastructure completely or face dire consequences. No gray area, no middle ground. The bombers have taken off literally to show he means business. B-2 stealth bombers have quietly been deployed to Diego Garcia. That's not just a flex. It's a move you make when you want to remind someone your missiles don't need visas. But let's get this straight. No bombs have dropped. No official war has been declared. This is military posturing, loud, visible, and strategic. It's like slamming your fist on the negotiation table while maintaining eye contact. And yes, the other side hears it. Israel's been told to wait. Trump's called to Netanyahu. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Israel, which has always had itchy fingers when it comes to Iran, was reportedly planning something on its own, but Trump is said to have called Netanyahu directly, telling him to hold back. Why? Because the U.S. wants to lead this round of the game, not be dragged into it by someone else's strike. This move says a lot. It means that Trump wants control. He doesn't want a messy multi-front war unless he pulls the trigger himself. Iran's response, calm surface, calculated move. Iran for now isn't shouting. They're watching, they're calculating. Their leaders continue to claim their nuclear program is peaceful, but make no mistake, every runway, radar, and reactor is now on high alert. They know that Trump's not bluffing like the usual politician. He thrives in chaos, operates best in unpredictable waters, and his maximum pressure doctrine has left many rivals breathless before. So, is this war? Not yet. But the drumbeat is loud, too loud to ignore. This isn't a declaration of war, it's a declaration of intent. Trump is betting that Iran will blink first, but history tells us that Iran doesn't blink. It retaliates quietly, globally. So what comes next? Well, this could either end as another bold Trump move that forces a last-minute deal, or the beginning of a firestorm no one is ready for. Either way, the fuse is lit. The world has entered a dangerous waiting room. Let's just hope no one reaches for the matchbox. Okay, so again, this is not a joke. Trump has basically declared war on Iran. He has every intention of following through with it. And, Sam Samuels, the guy from Israel that me and John talk to every now and then, he's big headline over in Israel. Trump declares war on Iran. It's, everybody is talking about this. This is not a joke. This is not a game. This is real. And once again, we are plunged into something extremely scary. And, what do you do with it? I mean, not much you can do with it except deal with it. And this is, bad stuff, man. It's bad stuff. And I don't know what to tell you other than, keep your head on a swivel, which is what I've been telling you to do. Because this could get really, really ugly really, really fast. And, like I said, if there is a strike on Iran's 3 nuclear power plants, that would be the equivalent of 3 Fukushimas or 3 Chernobyls or 3 Malalans. Not good. Not a good thing. And obviously, those 3 nuclear reactors going off in the Middle East, pardon me, hi Brittany, would obviously irradiate a good portion of the Middle East, because I don't know if you're aware of this, but the radiation spreads, it fans out. And so as it keeps fanning out and fanning out and fanning out, and the circles around get bigger and bigger and bigger, more and more people get irradiated. This is not a good thing. This is a bad thing. And that is why I have always been calling for calmer words and cooler heads. But it looks like that has been thrown out the window. So I would suggest that if you have the financial means to do so, buying you an NBC Class 7 suit, an M7 gas mask, and various and sundry atropine injectors, atropine pills, anything you can get your hands on to protect you against radiation. Because if this thing kicks off, nobody's going to wait to press the big red button. They're just going to do it. Because if you hesitate and not press the red button, someone else will press the red button, and then you lose. And then, nobody wants to lose. And so therefore, everybody's going to be pressing that big red button at the same damn time, and the earth is going to be completely and utterly destroyed. Not good. Not a good thing. That is a bad thing. And unfortunately, there is not much that I can do about that, other than to continue to say, hey, we really ought to not be going down this road. Unfortunately, very few people listen to what I have to say, sadly. So, if you are wondering whether you're going to keep your mortgage paid or your electric bill paid, or whether you're going to buy groceries this week because the Speaker of the House, Mr. Johnson, has decided that you don't need a Doge check, and that you don't need Doge cuts, and that you don't need Doge anything. We need to get rid of Doge. That is going to be a non-starter, because you'll be dead from intense radiation damage. Because like I said, once it's kicked off, nobody wants to be the last one to press the red button. They always want to be the first one. And so everybody's going to press the red button at the same time, and the earth is just going to glow like a fucking light bulb for 1,000 years or more. So there we are on that. And, you can sit there and debate till the cows come home as to why or how or what, but the answer is that, hey, it's happening. It's a thing. It's not my opinion. It's something that's really, really going on. Now, in an interesting twist that caught me by surprise, honestly, I mean, it really did. It actually caught me by surprise. And this comes from the Geller Report, and she is very well informed when it comes to Islam and its potential threats to mankind. And so let's get into that a little bit, because I have a personal affinity for Geller for some reason. I don't know why. I just do. Anyway, Congress nears move to designate the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization. Now, the reason I picked this is because A, it's current, but B, because this totally floored me. I'm like, wait a minute, what? So let's read it again. Congress nears a move to designate the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization. Well, now, I'm just floored by this, because I thought we already had the Muslim Brotherhood designated as a terrorist organization. But apparently not, because that's what it says. It says we have made it a terrorist organization now. So, okay, very good. Here is the Muslim Brotherhood's statement of fact. Allah is our objective, the Prophet is our leader, the Quran is our law, jihad is our way, dying in the way of Allah is our highest hope. Well, as a certain patch on someone's uniform said one time, it said that if your desire is to meet Allah, we will arrange the meeting. And that is just the way it's going to go. And but yeah, they are hell-bent on taking over the United States. As some of you are aware, I found out that they had a 30-year plan to take over the United States. I informed the FBI. The FBI investigated, found out I was telling the truth, and made a whole shitload of arrests. And so now I maybe my intervention is why this is happening now. I hope so. I hope I had, a little bit of pressure to get this done. I hope so. But that's interesting that it turned out that way. Okay, this must happen. What? This must happen, not happened. I think that D is a misspell. Anyway, this must happen. The Muslim Brotherhood is a terrorist organization, and I can only imagine the only, pardon me, hi, Brittany. The only reason they have not been so designated is because they have so deeply infiltrated the highest levels of our government, which they have. Their terrorism in the United States has been long known. Muslim Brotherhood cells in America, i.e. CARE, SJP, MAS, ICNA, ISNA, are working furiously to subvert our constitutional republic, which they are. Boulder illegal jihadi who burned Jewish families tied to Muslim Brotherhood is i.e. CARE, ISNA, SJP, etc. This from their 1991 explanatory memorandum on the general strategic goal for the Muslim Brotherhood in North America. Civilization jihadist process with all that word means. The Ikhwan must understand that their work in America is the kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house by their hands and the hands of the believers so that it is eliminated and God's religion is made victorious over all other religions. Did you hear that? In other words, Islam is to be the only religion, so if you believe in another religion, they will kill you in order to eliminate said religion. Do you understand? Do you understand that Islam is extremely fucking deadly? It should not be in the United States. Its goal is to kill every non-Muslim. And this right here just told you that very thing. All right. Summary. This May 1991 memo was written by Muhammad Akram, a.k.a. Muhammad Al-Duni, for the Shura Council of the Muslim Brotherhood. In the introductory letter, Akram referenced a long-term plan approved and adopted by Shura Council in 1987 and proposed his memo as a supplement to that plan and requested that the memo be added to the agenda for an upcoming council meeting. Appended to the document is a list of all Muslim Brotherhood organizations in North America as of 1991. So, understand that, I contacted the FBI and said that I had gotten wind that they had a 30-year plan to take over the United States in total. And the FBI investigated, found out I was telling the truth, and made numerous arrests. Not one or two, numerous arrests. Okay? So, that was a very good day that day, because we probably saved quite a few lives that day. Understand that these people are fanatical. Their religion is a cult. It is a cult of world domination and absolute control. And they will not hesitate to kill you, your family, your friends, your dogs, your cats, everything that you own, in the process of taking over the United States, lock, stock, and smoking barrel. Now, unfortunately for the Muslim Brotherhood, they do not understand America, and they completely underestimate the American resolve, because they are not Americans. They are Muslims, and Muslims do not understand America any more than we understand them. But the thing of it is that they do not understand America, and they do not understand our resolve. They do not understand that we will absolutely destroy Islam once and for all, which is something that should have been done 1,000 years ago and was not. And this time we need to make sure it does happen. It needs to happen. That needs to go. The Quran needs to be outlawed, and Islam needs to become the dodo bird and the Edsel of the 25th century. because that's what needs to fucking happen. And the bloodshed, just the bloodshed alone perpetrated by Islam, is just immeasurable. Millions and millions and millions of people are dead because of this cult, and it needs to stop. And Islam needs to be wiped from the face of the earth. And Vaughn, that's a harsh thing to say. I don't give a damn. It's true. As long as Islam continues, America and the rest of the West is at threat. Period. End of story. Islam itself is the danger. And see, this is where things get really dicey, because people will say, oh, well, it's just certain Muslims. No, that's not true. The Quran is very clear. All Muslims must participate in jihad in some way. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean blowing yourself up or planting bombs or something like that. It could be espionage. It could be infiltration. It could be rolling a grenade into your commander's tent. Anybody remember that story? Yeah.
Could be ruining a man's life, driving his wife insane, killing his mom. They could do that. We're going to skim through some of this.
So, it does. Then they tell you, allows for all that. Embroiled in a war in the heavens, and that he was not coming back to earth. So who did Muhammad talk to in the cave? They believe that. They believe they can do it too. Avenue, to financially cripple the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood, and they would be right. The Vatican, and give with the Constitution of the United States government there. It's written in the Torah, because I don't think the Torah really talks ill of Americans. But the Talmud does, and it should be outlawed. And Jews should go to Israel, which they're commanded to do in the Torah. And so that, I'm not saying anything that the rabbis wouldn't say. Hey, man, follow Torah and go to Israel, So the Jews need to go to Israel. The Muslims need to go to Jordan or Syria or wherever they need to go. And the Catholics can go to Vatican City. And the rest of us will actually have our country back and maybe turn it into a republic again, and everything be just ducky. Everything just, settle out finally. But that is 1 hour, and we have crossed. Actually, we've crossed over 1 hour by 2 minutes. But yeah. So interesting stuff. Is this going to be lights out for the United States and the rest of the world? Well, I don't know. I hope not. But then again, I do not know. I want to believe the best, but I don't know. We'll have to see. The gods and goddesses of freedom religion said we would go through a rough patch. How in depth that rough patch could be, well, that's anybody's guess. I mean, could it be thermonuclear war? Well, maybe. I don't know. They didn't say. They just said we go through a rough patch, and then on the other side, everything will be fine. So I don't know. But this is interesting. This is a step in the right direction, obviously. But I believe that the Quran itself should be outlawed. And that way we ain't got to worry about any of this crap. And, Sharia law should be outlawed. Muslim courts should be outlawed. Islamic courts, whatever, should be outlawed. And that would then give them the impetus to go back to the Middle East where they came from and do whatever it is they do over there. Anyways, I am over 1 hour, so we will take this down and get rid of that and get rid of that and get rid of that. And we shall get out of here and win. So, y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye.
All right, folks. I think that's a good spot for us to leave it. Thank you for joining this evening and getting all the juicy updates, all the little tidbits, all the little breadcrumbs. Savor it. Take it in, folks. Savor it. Because we don't know. I mean, like I said, I do believe I am of the school of thought that Vonhelton is somehow sustained by some kind of cosmic balance. There's some kind of force of fail-win ratio where the universe needs a guy like Vonhelton. So, like the mighty cockroach, he'll rise again after the nuclear fallout, and I'm sure if he disappears, it'll be for a short time. But, wow, this has been shaping up to be quite a little arc here, folks. Quite a little capper to the land property arc. But, you know what? Good spot to leave it. Thank you for joining. Thumbs it up on the way out. And, you know all that stuff. So anyways, folks, we'll talk to you next time. We'll keep you informed. Keep your eyes and ears open. If you see something, say something. And just, careful out there, folks. It's a scary, unfair, unjust world. Make sure you're not getting honey dicked. Yikes.